Hello. The video you are about to see contains images of dolls only.
Hello everybody! We are well and truly back today.
We are well and truly back. Business is as usual. Ria's better today. Thank you for all the sweet comments yesterday.
Oh yes,
about
on the
everybody
pictures.
saying they were sorry she wasn't well. You're so sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, we just mentioned in the description that we put up of our photo video yesterday, Ria, that you had a headache, so you weren't with us yesterday. And everyone was so sweet and wished you better.
Oh, thank you very much, guys.
Yeah. You're part of the team now, you see, girl.
That's right.
Not just a hand behind the camera and a voice describing things.
It's the A team. Shall I sing the theme?
Well,
No.
the thing.
No, I won't.
Da, da, da. Well, go on, you might as well. Everyone likes it when you
Da, 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 da. That's all I know. And it was terrible.
Right, I don't think that was that the 18.
Yes, it was.
Oh, it was. Right. Anyway, we have something special, really special for you today. Now, we couldn't do this on a box opening because this little fly-by-night, who I've been waiting for a very long time, popped down just before we were due to leave on Tuesday. It was a mercy she came when she did, because literally half an hour later we'd have been out the door. So, I had to just open her to have a look at her. I'd been waiting for such a long time. Not that long, but longer than I was expecting. So I had to see her, and I couldn't wait till I got back to open the box. And it was a good thing that I did, and I explained why. But this is a fantasy baby, so don't be alarmed when you sort of catch a glimpse of what's under here. If you don't like fantasy babies, you're not maybe going to like her. But I adore magical creatures. I've got 2 leprechauns after all. So
I think you'll be surprised anyway, actually.
Mr. B, you weren't expecting to like her, were you?
No, well, I don't know anything about these kinds of creatures, if that's the right term. Mm-hmm. But now that I've seen her, I...
Cue for a song there. Now that I've seen... Sorry,
no.
Careful, I'm going to get clobbered with copyright claims.
You will, and you're stealing Mr. B's lines.
I'm so sorry. Go on, Mr. B.
Now that I've seen her, and also what I did was I actually read up about her and got myself educated a little bit. And there's a lot to read about this particular creature, which anybody can do online. So shall we start?
Well, you didn't finish. Now that you've seen her...
Yes.
Yes.
I think she's really, really good.
Oh.
Lovely one.
She is. So, let's start then with a foot. My goodness, what do we have there? Let's have another foot. And what on earth? A tail. An incredibly long, thin tail.
You've got to be careful with that.
You have to be very careful with it. With a long, plumy tassel of jet black hair at the end of it. And for those of us who can't see, I will give a full description of her in a minute when we've done. Look at those little feet. You can really feel the little arch instep here. Can't you? Can you feel
there
that,
we are.
Mr. B?
Yes.
Yes. Now, on the right foot, the toes are moulded together. The big toes separate, but these little toes are moulded. On the left foot here, all the toes are separate. She's got the cutest little toes. Haven't you, darling? She says, Mummy, it's hot under here. Now, let's do a hand. Her left hand is... She's got an open, flat hand. The pinky finger and the next finger are quite parted. Then she has 2 fingers that are kind of moulded together, and the little thumb which is stuck out. give you some more of her. See how flexible and long her arms are? I don't know whether you can see. This hand, she has a pointy finger. Her index finger is pointy uppy, and her third finger is, sorry, her second finger, her middle finger, is curled inwards a little bit. So it's really, really cute. Now let's get this off you, my darling. And there she is.
Oh.
Now this is an avatar baby, a baby Na'vi from the planet Pandora. She's inspired by the James Cameron amazing movie Avatar. And I have absolutely loved that movie from the time I first saw it with audio description. The idea of humans just basically barging into a planet that wasn't even theirs and doing what humans do, which is basically trying to take over the whole damn show, and being bested by the alien species helped by a human who was kind and good and, you know, knew what he should be doing. Also, the planet's ecology with whom the native species are consciously connected. It's a great film, and the visual effects are absolutely stunning. The way that the researchers who are researching the Na'vi, trying to get them out, right, basically trying to get them to move, trying to get them to knuckle under and do what the humans want, the way that the humans research them is to turn themselves into this kind of computer hybrid thing that looks like a Na'vi, and those are called avatars. So that's why the movie's called Avatar. So this is a Na'vi baby. So for people who can't see her, she is anthropomorphic, she's humanoid. So she has, you know, human limbs, arms and legs. But she has a long, thin tail. Very long, very thin. And she has, her arms aren't like a normal baby's arms. They're much longer, much thinner. Her hands are different shaped. Her body shape is also different. Her body shape, even though she has a little plump tummy here, is long and, I would sort of say long and lithe. It kind of makes you think that she could be spending her life like the Na'vi do, in trees. Her face is just amazing. Basically, again, vaguely humanoid shape. She has little plump cheeks and a little chin. The mouth is a cute little round. She will take a full bottle and a full passy. The nose, however, is a sort of flat and slopey nose, rather like a cat's. And she has back-tilted, upswept, pointy ears, which you'll be able to see better when I lift her. On the top, down the centre of her head, she has what James Cameron calls her jubilee, which is her plait. This actually came as rooted hair. For a proper Na'vi, it should be actually a fleshy thing, but it's been done as rooted hair here, and I actually put it into the braid that the Na'vi should have. So the colour of her is a beautiful pale blue with the dark blue stripes, and she has over her body the dark dots, bioluminescent dots, that they do actually, this paint collects the light and will glow in the dark, and it does actually work, so I'm told. Her paint has been made to look velvety. Na'vi are actually furry all over, they have very short velvety fur. So this baby has been made to look velvety, almost like a mole skin effect, Karen told me. She's 19 inches long. She weighs 7 pounds. She is full body silicone. Very, very soft. I think it's 30. I'm not sure. No, was it 20? It's very soft. The softest I've ever felt.
She is really soft. I was going to talk about the feel of her and whatever, because she is exceptionally soft, and you can tell straight away by feeling her that she is silicone. I am right in saying, aren't I, that in the movie, I've not watched it, but I believe that there are no Navi babies in the movie.
No, there are no Navi babies in the movie.
So this is presumably someone's idea of what one would be like if there were in there.
Yes, absolutely. The other thing I want to tell you before I finish describing her is that she has absolutely mesmerising eyes, doesn't she, Rhea?
Oh, she does, definitely.
I don't know the colour of them. Can you? I think there's several colours. Can you tell us about them?
They're a darker green right around the outside, then it goes to lighter green, and then right around the pupil it's almost a goldy brown, and then obviously a black pupil in the middle.
But what Karen said is that they follow you when you are moving around the room. They almost look as if it looks like they're looking at you wherever you are. Excuse me, for itchy nose. But the eyes are just absolutely mesmerising. Now we're going to just, I'm going to pick her up and hand her to Daddy in a minute, because I've got other things to show you. But she's wearing just a very simple, plain white onesie. And I think I will always keep her in just plain ones, well, not plain, but always plain, but just a simple onesie, because I think it would just be a shame to hide this beautiful paintwork. And also I think for a baby Navi, it wouldn't want to be cluttered up in clothes. It would make life very uncomfortable. In the movie, the Navi just wears a very simple, almost like a loincloth. That's all it needs in the subtropical type rainforesty temperatures it lives in. It doesn't need any more. It wouldn't be accustomed to being hampered with clothes when it was moving. She did come with items of clothing. I have to say I was disappointed. They were all far too big for her, and they all didn't have any modification made for her tail. I'm just going to turn you over, darling girl, and I will show you what I did. Gently, gently, gently. There. You can't not make modifications for this tail. Can you see? I don't know whether you can actually see her spine. She has lovely detailing here. You can actually feel the ridge of her spine there. I'm just running my finger down it. And the tail comes, as tails should, out from her spine. She's also anatomically accurate. And I've just modified both the diaper. Her diaper was way too big for her. Absolutely ridiculously too big. And she needs a preemie diaper, and I also so I've got her a preemie diaper which I modified for the tail, and I modified, this is one of the Twinkies onesies, but I'm now going to give her to Daddy while we tell you her name, and then I'm going to show you some things that I bought for her, and we might actually change her. Now darling, come, go to Daddy, because you love your daddy, don't you? And I am just amazed.
There we are. There we are.
Let's just
I won't say your name yet, but there you are. I've got the tail there.
She likes to have her tail over Mr. B's arm. I'm just going to keep the puppy on my lap a minute while I get this other thing.
You didn't ask to be here, did you? Of course you didn't, but you're okay now.
I'm amazed at how she's just stolen our hearts. I've had loads of babies this year, but when I tend to strongly bond, I bond with the toddlers, the really big dolls. But I have never had this strong bond like this with the baby. I can't put her down. She has to be in the same room with me always, and close so I can reach her. Her name is Azuri Abra. Azuri because of azure, which is a blue colour. So I thought that would really suit. And Abra from the word arbre or arbor, arborus, for tree. Because the Navi obviously are tree people. So Azuri Abra. And now I'm going to show you just a few little things that I bought for her.
It's okay, don't be frightened.
Oh.
Noise. It's okay. They're good things.
Tell us why you like her so much. You really weren't expecting that.
I know. She's just really smooth, lovely silicone. At first I thought she was quite a weight actually, but she's not so bad actually when you get used to holding her.
So here we have 3 packages. I couldn't get too much at first because I'm broke at the moment. But I've just bought her a few little onesies to change her into. So this is the first one. Have I got this up the right way? No, I haven't. Can you tell me about that?
That's a lovely bright white with Bless This Baby, a little cross and some stars in silver.
Ah, that's just gorgeous, isn't it? That's that one. We'll have to get a little bag together for Azuri, yes, because all hers will have holes. Now, she's wearing at the moment the 3 to 5 pound size bodysuits because they're what the Twinkies wear. But it's just a touch, I think she could do with having a touch more room. It's a touch snug at the bottom. This one.
That's a light pink one with a white crown on top and Daddy's little princess.
Oh, I think we'll change her into this one.
Okay.
And we've got 2 here. And these will be both the same.
If you hear that, you can understand our language. It's going to be good.
These are both the same, I think.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
They are a very, very light cream. No writing or anything.
No writing there, these are just plain. So I've just got some nice little onesies for her. I want to keep sort of very simple colours on her because it's just going to be the best. Is this the silver one again? The white one?
That's the pink one.
That's the pink one, that's the one I want to put on her. So I'm just going to get rid of the rubbish a minute. I want to keep nice colours, light colours on her because I want to show up her. Can I have her now, Daddy?
Yes, you can. There we are. Just be careful. There you go.
I've got it. Come here, my precious. I want to. Let's have that tail. There's a good girl. I want to keep. I want to show off her skin colour to its best advantage. Now then, Mummy hasn't ever tried changing you on camera. I think we're going to turn you over first and get that little tail out of here. Working with the tail obviously is terrifying. While I'm doing that, Daddy, could you get the scissors for me?
Yes, I certainly should.
Thank you. That would help me a lot. Oh, sweetheart. I think what I'm going to do here, I'm sorry I'm taking her out of shot, but it's just easier for me to manoeuvre this off her if I just take her up over my shoulder. There you are, my darling. Oh, you're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. Right. Now then. That was really scary. I actually haven't ever tried to change, well, I haven't ever changed her on camera before. But B, I haven't changed her kind of from this angle, which is higher up. Get up your arms, my darling. Higher up and at sort of the wrong angle for me. She's always laying on my lap, which is easier. And C, doing that and trying to think and thinking, oh my gosh, what if I do something dreadful? That was really scary. Right, but what I am going to do, which I'm fairly confident of, scissors now, please, Mr. B, is I'm going to cut this for her and get her little tail threaded through. So it needs to be cut just here. Now, I am no modifier, seamstress, blah, blah, blah. I would have thought that, you know, the hole would need hemming, or it would fray, whatever. But I've had good success with cutting her diapers, cutting her other onesie, and it didn't fray, and it's all been good. So here's hoping. Get it well away from that tail. There we are, darling.
Okay, thank you.
They're precious. Put this through here for Mummy. There. Look at that. Job's a good one.
Good.
Job's a good one. Now then, let's get you turned over. And do you up. You have to have a hole for the tail. You really do. You can't not. Now, as you can see, there's a bit more room in there from the white one. There's kind of a little bit more room for the air to move. Not sure which I like best, actually. What do you think, Rhea? Do you think she looked better with the onesie really snug, or do you think she looks better with that kind of little bit of room to move on her legs?
I think she looked really good in the snug one, maybe for when it's cooler, but I think for this weather that we're having, and that she's used to walk, you know, a bit of breeze and everything,
Yeah.
I think that suits her lovely.
Oh, cool. Well, maybe I'll get her some in both sizes. It won't hurt. I mean, she's only got 4. There isn't an enormous amount of choice on Baby Prem. I'll have a look and see what Trini Weenies have got. But I know that she can wear both sizes. So
will you be changing on camera again?
that is anybody's guess. That's anybody's. I have to say, this was a very stiff cotton, and she didn't want to go into it. The white one that I changed her into the other day was very much easier. Yeah, I do actually quite like that. It looks more like it could be a little romper almost, rather than just, you know, like a vest. Because, you know, a vest is really, really tight up to the tops of the legs, and there isn't any give in it. That's more like what a little baby romper would look like, and I do actually quite like that, and the fact that she's got a bit more, and it doesn't. Let's just get this envelope neck straight, which it wasn't. There we go, darling. Oh, you're so beautiful. Right, I'm going to just get rid of the boppy, and Daddy and I will snuggle her.
Okay.
Well, before we go.
But even if you don't change her on camera again, we will see her again, won't we?
We're going to see her later this week because we're going to feed her.
Oh, very good. There we
There
are.
she is, our little princess. She's our little princess, aren't you, darling? She's our little princess. I'm showing off my legs, excuse me. There we go. So that is our little Azori. I hope, you know, some of you at least like her, even if fantasy babies aren't to everybody's taste. But we just absolutely adore her. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back tomorrow with Lacey. And in the meantime, do take care of yourselves and enjoy your babies. And let's be good to each other. Bye-bye.
Bye.